for life.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is for the Unified World Tag Team Championship, set for one fall. Introducing first the challengers, representing the New World Order. From North Scottsdale, Arizona, Kevin Nash. From Juliota, Florida, Scott Hall. They are the Outsiders.
Dusty Rhodes meets in. It's World Tag Team Champions. They are a fine duo, but I can tell you,
For life.
seeing the Steiners like we have seen them over the past couple of weeks, back together, stronger, more unified, more of one than ever before. As great as the Outsiders are, this is not a good time to face Scott and Rick Steiner, guys.
Well, early 98 saw the Steiners really, Tony, lose any semblance of teamwork. Their success level remained very high, but Scott Steiner's glory hog attitude kept them from using the most important aspect of tag wrestling, that reliance on your partner through quick tags that allows the freshmen to dominate. But the Steiners have finally put it all together, and now the suplex machines are well oiled, and they're going to need to be against the Outsiders.
They also have a man in their corner, the Outsiders. Very knowledgeable man, 3 times heavyweight champion of the world. I'm talking about Dusty Rhodes.
And how about Ted DiBiase in the corner of the Steiners to counteract Dusty Rhodes with the Outsiders?
It's gonna be a great match. Maybe somebody will get hurt.
For life.
They're not going to do the survey, are they?
Do we have a choice?
Yeah, we do. We have cut the microphone off. That's the choice we have.
Hey, yo. You know what time it is? Survey time. So is everybody here in San Francisco to see WCW? Or is everybody here in San Francisco to see them? Survey says one more for the good guy.
Yeah, that survey and 50 cents will get you a cup of coffee. Just means there are more knuckleheads in the audience than usual.
We are coming to you live from San Quentin.
Their opponents are accompanied to the ring by Ted DiBiase. From Detroit, Michigan, they are the WCW Unified World Tag Team Champions, Rick and Scott, the Steiner Brothers.
Spectacular win this duo had recently, a few weeks ago, defeating the Outsiders for the World Tag Team Championship. And now they come in, as David Penzer said, the Unified Champs. That means they have their belt, and they even have the focus belt created and made by the NWO.
Well, this has to be considered among the longest running tag team rivalries in WCW history. Much of '97 saw the Steiner brothers frustrated in their attempts to take the tag titles from the Outsiders, and even when successful, Rick and Scott often fell victim to the NWO stroke, the New World Order politics. But you're right, Tony, it was that long-term frustration was countered by the persistence on the part of the Steiners, and they were rewarded 2 weeks ago when they knocked off Hall and Nash at Nitro.
Of course, the added element of Dusty Rhodes in one corner, Ted DiBiase in the other. 2 men who know each other quite well. 2 men from Texas who spend a great deal of time in Texas and have wrestled each other. And it just remains to be seen what comes to play here. Scott Steiner still showing the world those magnificent biceps of his. And here we go.
Yeah, but Hall and Nash don't care how big his arms are.
Well, not too long ago, before Randy Savage and Luger came out,
Whoa, watch this. DiBiase was talking to Rick, but Scott walked away.
so. He paces around the ring all the time.
Okay.
Who's going to start out for the Steiners?
It's usually Scotty, and then Rick comes in, but it's going to be Rick to start against Scott Hall. Well, here we go for a big-time World Tag Team title matchup. The Steiner brothers, Rick a little tentative here, and I don't blame him, against the Outsiders and Scott Hall to start things. Little toothpick to the face, but it has no match for a fist to the face. And Steiner backs away from Nash as they now work in different corners, both he and Scott Steiner. Not gonna be able to shoulder block him down, I can tell you that. He's built like a fire plug. Look at this. It almost,
Oh, there's a Steiner line. Put him on his wallet.
it almost seems if Rick Steiner loves pain. Jumped up in the air, crashing down to the mat. Goes Rick Steiner with Scott Hall in his clutches. Hall up, see Hall looked. They changed quarters on us there. Hall looked around as if he thought Scott Steiner was there, but he was not. And Hall shrugs him off, but Rick Steiner, the dog, face Gremlin, is relentless. Shoved off again. Oh my. How much more can Scott Hall take? He's got to be out on his feet after this.
He's gonna have so many knots on his head, he won't be able to wear a hat for a year.
And Rick Steiner dazed from that exchange as well. Back into...
Oh! Belly to belly, overhead release. Kevin Nash in the ring illegally.
Coming in. Ducking low, Rick Steiner.
Now let me ask you the magic question here. If the opportunity arises, will Kevin Nash go for the power bomb? Another $50,000. I think he will.
There you see the Steiners, one of their trademark poses in the ring, daring the opponent to get in. Rick and Scott. I say to that power bomb question, yes.
Oh,
What did I just see?
he double axed on his own brother.
What in the world did I just see?
You gotta be kidding.
I knew there was something wrong. I could smell it.
Man, he's acknowledging Scott Hall. This is beyond cover.
Oh, he hit DiBiase.
DiBiase.
Scott Steiner has snapped.
Can you imagine the Steiners family at home watching this? Can you imagine this?
Dusty Rhodes just posted DiBiase into the steel.
My God, what just happened? Look at this. Oh, there's a new.
He just stabbed his...
NWO, but this is lower than ever before.
He just cut the throat of his brother.
That's right, his own family member. 1, 2, 3.
He got the shoulder up.
How about that?
Rick Steiner still wants to fight.
And the match will go on. But I don't even know if Rick Steiner realized what's hitting.
How
if he
could he?
He was on all fours.
Scott Steiner hit him from behind.
And there's nobody to save Rick Steiner. Rick Steiner, though, a man's man.
There's determination for you.
There's one tough guy.
Hitting both men. Still hitting Scott Hall. There's nowhere to go.
Now look at that. Scott Steiner's got the referee's attention.
Rick gets clubbed in the back of the head.
And Scott making no effort to get back in that ring.
This is appalling. This is horrible. Trying to get him up for an outsider edge. Could not.
Gonna try it again?
Oh, you're not kidding. He's gonna try it again. This time he does have him up. Way up in the air. Scott taunting his brother as he shoves him down. In one of the most horrible moments in our sports history. This one's over.
I guess we have new tag team champions.
Well, thankfully it's over.
DiBiase helped out by our trainer and one of our referees.
I don't get this.
And Mr. Bicep, Mr. Glory Hound, Mr. Hogg has turned his back.
This is sickening. He's handing the tag belts over to Hall and Nash.
Did you ever think you'd see a Steiner hand away the tag team championship to their opponents? Look at this.
Oh. Referee Scott Dickinson sent out to the floor.
What could the Steiner family at home be doing now watching this? I mean, these brothers were closer than any brothers I ever knew.
Well, a referee is shoved down by Scott Steiner.
That's not a first.
That's not a, we have seen that repeatedly.
I mean, think, guys, the NWO got to him. They got to Scott Steiner.
Of course they did.
They not only got to a tag team, they got to a man's family. They came between a man and his family.
That's powerful.
That is very powerful. That shows how far-reaching their influence is. My question is, I don't know if we'll ever know the answer. Had it happened a long time ago, was this part of a major plan, a major conspiracy, or did it just happen today? Was what we have been seeing
A big one.
what we have been seeing with Scott and Rick, this unity, was it real or was it a facade? Those are
Well, he's
questions.
got to live with himself now.
In one of the most startling moments in WCW, in professional wrestling pay-per-view history, we have witnessed one of the most shocking moments ever. We didn't see this one coming. All the signs pointed the other way.
The largest sign.